Hey, Donna Wright.
Hey, Greg.
We got to win, Laker fans. This is the Purple Blood Lakers podcast for Laker fans by Laker fans. Came back home, got to win. I don't care if they were depleted. It's just nice to get a win.
It's nice to get a win. We did what we were supposed to do.
We did. There's a lot of good things to notice in this game. Uh, but there
The
were some,
change in the lineup, number one,
that's a big deal.
that's a big deal.
And I think it's probably the right thing to do. D'Lo got 18 off the bench.
Yep,
Is that his best game this season?
probably.
You know?
Yeah,
So, you want to start, you want to get the big money, you got to live up to it. And now you can try to sell yourself as a six man like Jordan Clarkson did, and try to get the money that way. But I think your starting days might be over because you're just not consistent, bro. You're just not.
no, he didn't start the season consistent, but somebody had to go to the bench personally because I just feel like we didn't have enough defense on the starting lineup. Now, I didn't think Cam Reddish was going to get the start. I thought maybe they throw Christie or someone in there, but I was surprised that it was Cam Reddish that got the start. Even
Well,
though
and
he's been playing well the last couple of games, I still didn't think he would rise to the starting spot.
mhm.
But
It's,
hey,
it's it's deja vu all over again. With Cam in the starting lineup. So we'll see how this year is different from last year.
right. Well,
Um,
he's in there with some scorers. He was in there with Torian Prince and who else? I can't remember who else was with him last year. And AR was on the bench. Now AR played the point. Him and LeBron kind of shared the point last night.
LeBron plays point. He's the point
Yeah.
guard. He's the point.
But
He wants to be the point guard, and he is the point
yeah,
guard.
but AR is the second playmaker. I mean, he had
Agreed.
like 6 or 7 assists. So
Nice ones.
I think we talked about that AR at the one. What would that look like?
I
So
was. I still want to see it, but we won't see it unless Bron needs a couple days off. Now that D'Lo's coming off the bench, I think that's permanent. I think JJ's probably right, and I think Cam was right. I mean,
I don't
Ham.
know if Cam's that guy, but I'll
No, I
take it for
think
now.
for of all the players we have, Cam is the best starter, and the reason, let me tell you why.
Okay.
Nice about Cam's not really a shooter, not a scorer at all,
No,
but it doesn't matter if he hasn't touched the ball in the last 8 times down the court.
true.
He still has just as much of a chance of hitting that shot. And that's what's different about him and D'Lo. When D'Lo goes touchless for 3 or 4 times down, he's done. He can't never find his feel on the ball. Austin gets himself involved in the offense. He's gonna touch it, But
Yeah.
D'Lo goes and hides in the corner when Brown plays point, and then he's just useless when he finally gets it. So I think having a defensive player that can hit that corner three
Haven't seen it
relatively
yet, but
reliably is a good thing for these Lakers. So I
yeah,
think he's a championship piece. He's just the best we got available right now.
right. I was surprised because I don't think he replaces D'Lo. They're two different kind of players. I think Austin takes D'Lo's spot, and then
Oh, LeBron
um,
takes D'Lo's spot.
but Bron's always the one. He even if he plays
D'Lo's
the
in the game,
four.
he brings it up, and LeBron
Yeah,
brings it
but
up
D'Lo brings it up sometimes. D'Lo gets five or
mostly.
six assists a game, so he's doing something.
Even
But
when that's what I'm saying. Even when D'Lo was playing off the bench, when he was playing with LeBron, he was still taking it up the court. Bron was deferring to him to
yeah, he was
get those
deferring to him.
touches.
It's just
And
D'Lo's shot wasn't on this year. If he was hitting 18 points a game, 5 assists, he'd still be starting. It's just the fact
yeah,
that
because
shot is off.
this is what I want for this Lakers team is outscore everybody. We
I
we
know.
can't play defense, so we just have to score.
I know, but having Cam Reddish in there doesn't. Did you see him go down the lane and just run right into
Oh my,
Lowry?
it was
I
so
was
ugly.
like, what?
Yeah,
He
it was.
couldn't change.
I
He
don't think
couldn't
he noticed him.
change.
I don't think he noticed him until it was too late. And also, I think he had the ball in a position where it was hard for him to change direction.
Yeah, he just couldn't change direct. He couldn't do. I mean, he just plowed into him. It
It,
was ugly.
it made Lowry look like a genius, but
It did.
yeah.
It did. But
Um,
anyway, I think I agree with you. Him in the starting lineup, he doesn't have to score. And we don't need him to score in the starting lineup. We need him to play defense on somebody. So I thought maybe they put Christie in that spot, but
Christie hasn't
Christie
shown
really
up yet
hasn't
this year.
shown anything. Yeah.
We
So,
said he has to play, and he still has to play, but he's
right.
get bench minutes until he puts his
shows us something.
together and shows us what he can do.
Yeah, so I'll take Cam right now. I was trying to figure out who Cam was guarding last night, but he's all over the floor. So that's one thing about him on defense. He's everywhere in the passing lanes. So
I'm gonna say something about our defense. There was a change on that on that end of the court too. Uh,
okay,
but first quarter, Bron at point guard, Bron to AD over and over and over again, all in action
2020.
against against goofy, awkward
Drummond.
Drummond. But it still looks so good, And Drummond is
Yeah,
a big body, and so
yeah,
those two remain awesome
yep.
as a pair. The second unit couldn't score in the first quarter. Only AD got any points.
I
Um,
know.
D'Lo got a 5-second violation. I told you this kid is a head case.
No, I don't think he's a head case. I think he just made a mistake.
Okay, he makes too many mistakes he makes rookie mistakes, and he's been in the league forever.
Not really. You just point him out when he does it. Over 82 game
That's
series season,
that's
he
my
doesn't do
job.
it.
I'm a
I
Lakers
know.
journalist in the Chick Hearn tradition.
Okay, good. Good for you.
Lakers fans, Donna's always right. But there was one other thing that I noticed on the second unit is that no one knew what to do. To paraphrase AD, it was
Yeah.
discombobulated. And so
Yeah.
we
It's
ended up
just
36-29. And once again, it should have been worse given how
yeah.
badly they played. Should have been worse for
Maybe
them.
they maybe they're adjusting to well, they haven't been good all season, but maybe they're adjusting to having D'Lo in there now, which is an adjustment for the bench.
And
But
and let's stick with it long enough for them to get it together,
yeah, for
'cause
sure.
him and Jackson is that
Yes.
random dude,
Yes.
No, they
He's a
played a
bright
lot
spot.
with AD trying to give AD that four spot, and that's cool. But we need punch off the bench, and I think
Yeah.
Jackson he can get us 10 and 10
Yeah.
uh, off the bench, but
Yeah.
Dio got to
Yeah. I'm
feed.
loving. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm loving Jackson all season. He's played well. And so
and
yeah,
D,
D'Lo getting us 20 off the bench is needed.
and he's his I see his game blossoming off the bench because what he's getting on the second unit is lays.
Yeah.
And when he starts getting lays, all it takes is a few for him to start feeling good. And next thing you
Yeah.
know, he start hitting threes. When he hits threes, then his penetration is going to be that much more effective. So he
Yeah.
can really develop an in-out game off the bench that he hasn't been able to do as a starter.
Yeah. I agree.
Second
I
quarter,
like him off the bench.
second quarter, we sat down AD and James played with the scrubs. Uh, Rui traveled.
What
And
is
let's go
going
back
on,
to
Rui?
Rui. Rui hit his first two shots,
Mm-hmm.
but then he never touched the ball again until the second quarter when he had that travel.
I don't know he's not cutting like he was in the first game. He wasn't getting those backdoor. Maybe they just sniffed him out and they're not available to him now. But he's not as active on the offensive end as he was early.
It's hard to get involved in this offense when AD and Bron are taking up 80% of the touches. And
Well, AR figures out how to get in there.
he does.
He
And
figures it out.
he's been playing well off Bron since his rookie year.
Yeah,
And that's what got him the contract, and that's why he's
right.
still on the team and doing well because he's figured out how to mesh in with that.
Yeah. We just
Uh,
need Rui to figure it out. He got to get at least double digits. I mean, come on. You can't get 8, 9 points a game and you're playing 33 minutes or something like that.
Instead, he slammed into Bron and almost caused the injury on a rebound. So that's like, bruh, you're not gonna be around long running into LeBron James. I'm sorry.
Exactly. So that was kind of Rui's night.
So in the second quarter, I noticed our defensive adjustment. You and I have been complaining about switching on everything. What we started doing was doubling the ball
Mm-hmm.
when we had a switch we weren't comfortable with, and just leaving that guy to float. And it was effective. They
Mm-hmm.
hit us with a somebody hit a floater in the lane one time, but for the most part, that's pretty good. I think I've seen other teams do this. I don't remember the Lakers doing it, but
I thought we did it early. Remember, I said like in the first game or so, they were doubling the ball. They were
oh,
really getting up on them. And then
okay,
they kind of reverted back to all this switching stuff. And
yeah,
so
I
I'm
like
glad.
this. Pressuring the ball out towards the free throw line extended. I like it.
Yeah,
I think it can work for us because it's hard to get around Rui and anybody. I call him Big Body Rui for a reason.
right. But can we sustain it? I felt like we did it the first 3 games, and then on the road trip, we didn't do it at all.
I don't remember doing it at all. That's why it looked like a new wrinkle to me. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, okay. They
yeah,
me and Donna, the Lakers are
yeah.
this.
So maybe that's something that he saw, and because Philadelphia didn't have all their guys. And so maybe he was trying it out against them and maybe he'll keep it. I thought it was effective early but we reverted back to switching everything and we just can't switch everything. We don't have those kind of players that can switch everything. We don't.
Until your boy gets back,
Vando?
Bendo. And I'm not
Yeah.
really
I'm not sure we can do it even then.
yeah. They got to it then in the second quarter, 46-47.
Yeah.
This dude, Yabusele,
Yeah.
looked like a big old James Harden on the court, like a
He
super
killed us.
Harden. He
He
was
killed us in you don't remember him in the Olympics when he played for France? Uh-huh.
oh, that boy's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
He got game. They're
Yep.
fully utilizing him.
I know it. I know it.
That'd be a nice piece to pick up.
Yep.
If they ended up, I'm sure they got salary cap issues. Uh,
Yeah.
Needing to
With
get
three
rid of
big
him.
boys.
That's a nice piece.
Yeah.
I wrote down Drummond going Drummond.
Yeah.
He had a stretch where he was making things, but he's still Andre Drummond. Ugh. He
Yeah.
took a nice time he backed down AD and scored.
Yeah.
Second D-Lo mistake, stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
But I'm
tired of
gonna give it, yeah, he just, he made some mistakes, but I thought he also did some good things.
did a
And
lot of good things. Some of those lays were crazy.
oh my God. He's so crafty when he gets in there. He's
Yes.
very crafty because
He
he
really
does
is.
not a good, he doesn't jump that high. He's
It's all on
slow,
the floor.
but he figures out how to get himself in there. Sometimes they go and sometimes they don't, but when they go, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yep, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. He really knows how to extend his body and use his legs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Um,
So
Rui
I think
did
it's permanent.
Rui did have a nice move, but missed the lay. We lost the lead. It got to 57-55 Philly.
I know it. I was like, what is going on, you guys?
Drummond was just killing us down low, making all kind of layups.
He was. I was saying you didn't do that when you was here.
And so we ended the first quarter 68-60, but we won second quarter 68-60, but we won the second quarter by 1 point, all in the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing them even up until that
Yeah.
point. And so there's some cautions in this game, given that we were playing against a second team,
Yeah.
second unit team. They had two starters. Martin, I think, is one of their starters.
Mm-hmm.
George came in and did a couple of things, but he was limited minutes and still getting his legs under him.
Yeah.
So we can't get too excited about this win.
But I get excited about the second half. And I always know that when you come home from a long road trip, that first game at home is always a trap game, no matter who you play.
Mm-hmm.
But I was happy that they kind of regrouped at halftime
Got the win.
and got the win. But yeah, that first half was like, what? What are you guys doing? But you know,
So the Rui James collision happened, and I thought that was a little emblematic of Rui's fit on this team so far, which concerns
yeah,
me. I think he's a $25 million dude.
yeah,
Uh, and then Rui hit his third three on a beautiful screen by Cam. So you talk about things that
yeah,
people do
yes,
is that disruptive defender, eating up clock on their
yeah,
24 clock by guarding people full court. And then that screen, I was like, I'm gonna start watching this dude more closely because it was a
yeah. I'm
magnificent.
gonna start watching him too now that he's in the starting lineup to kind of
Yeah,
see because he's like that, like you said, that guy that doesn't need the ball, but it's
yeah,
still gonna be impactful.
yeah. He's looking for ways to make things happen as
Yeah,
opposed to just chilling because ain't nothing to do. Like
right,
just like
true.
I see from D'Lo sometimes. Like, okay, well, I can just stand here.
Yeah.
Um, Connect got rejected at the rim. I thought that
Oh my goodness,
a
I
little bit
thought,
of
oh
Rui rubbing off on him, it's like it's contagious getting stuffed at the rim. So I want to see some more pump faking and I want to see some more dishing to another player, but you can't
yeah,
just assume you can't just you have never dunked on in anybody's face in the NBA and you just decide I'm gonna do it now.
yeah. He decided because
Nobody in the NBA is gonna let a rookie dunk all in their face. It's not gonna
his shot is just he's getting good shots, but they're not
it
dropping.
looks it's almost like he was shooting better when he was rushed
Mm,
earlier in the season. Now that he's got
yeah,
wide open looks, it
yeah. He's
looks
not
good.
nailing. I think he was another 2 for 9 or 2 for 8 or one. Yeah, he's been like that the whole road trip. And so I don't know if he's pressing a little bit or he's not getting the same shots or I don't know, but they seem to be open and
That's what
he's
I'm
just
saying.
missing. Yeah, I think he's just off.
I'm gonna keep believing in the kid because we don't have a
Me
choice.
too.
Uh,
Exactly. We don't. We just got to keep. He needs more repetition, seeing more
yep.
different defenses and all of that. So keep
Don't
him in there.
don't expect a rookie to some I forget who somebody in the league got a rookie that's almost going for triple doubles and stuff.
I know he's
I
not that
forget
rookie.
his name. Yeah, he's not that dude, but
No,
he'll come around.
but he'll come around because he's not scared to shoot. He's not scared to take those shots. Bron looks for him a lot and gives him shot.
Yeah,
So they have
yeah.
confidence in him. He's just got
And
to start nailing them. Yeah.
with that shot, he can put the ball on the floor and do things at the rim.
Hmm.
Out for him that play. But there was a nice inbounds pass from D'Lo. Beautiful pass from the corner. And he picked up connect right at the rim and he made it.
Yeah.
And then James had two dimes to D'Lo with AD on the bench, a layup and a three. And then D'Lo had a dime to LBJ for a three. So
Hmm.
their chemistry got better with AD out of the game.
Yeah. It's the
AD in the
problem is all three of them.
That's what I'm saying. When AD's in the game, D'Lo has nothing to do. And
No.
that's why it's probably a really smart move to put Reddish in there because he finds something to do. He gonna set
Yeah.
a pick. He gonna get an offensive board, or he's just gonna harass you on the inbounds play. So
Yeah.
it's good. And
And
then
Bron's gonna get the ball to AD, and so is AR.
mhm,
So you don't need a third person trying to get the ball into AD. You got two that's looking for him, is gonna get the ball to him. And you need somebody, like you said, out there doing something else.
yep.
Yep.
And then
Makes sense.
I thought Jackson played well, and
Hmm.
I thought D'Lo got to finish the game. I thought that was a nice little reward from the coach
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
being humble enough to still play well off the bench. I hope he knows this is permanent because this is a better alignment for our team.
So far. Small sample size. But
My
I
point is that
think
There's no reason to think that D'Lo is suddenly going to change. All these things we're saying about how he plays with Brian and AD, these are real things. And
no, not so
like
much
bringing him back
D'Lo.
to the starting line. Oh, you think that maybe Vando might take that spot?
No, we need Vando off the bench. Rui or Vando got to come off the bench. We can't have them both in there at the same time. I just think maybe Reddish will stay in that role. And I'm fine with it. Because I think D'Lo is going to be even more helpful for Hayes too, because he's going to get him alley oops.
That's
He's
what
going
I'm
to
looking
get
forward
him,
to.
yeah, because the
Um,
other guys don't really look for Hayes. Hayes kind of gets his own stuff when he's in there by himself with
yep,
those guys, but with D'Lo in there, he's going to be looking for him for
yep.
dunks and yeah. So I think it's going to help him a lot on that second unit as well. So I think we got something. Let's see. We got Toronto coming up and then Memphis. Toronto, I don't know if that's a real test, but Memphis will be a real test coming up on this new because this new lineup and kind of see how we do there. But
It's the between the two teams is real chippy, so that'll be a fun game to watch.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. So we just got to beat the next game and be ready for Memphis because they're chippy against us. They talk a lot. They're yappy. It's like we're the champs or something. It's like they just
Yeah,
go after us or whatever. It's
yeah.
like go away, go bother somebody else,
I
But
think
they love to get us.
y'all think this is 2000? What are you doing?
Right? What are you doing? Yeah. So they just like to give us all kind of crazy stuff, but I like it because that makes us to step up to that level.
Yep,
You
yep,
know. So we'll see.
yep.
But we did what we were supposed to do tonight, and I'm still worried about our bench, other than D'Lo and Hayes. Vincent 2 points again. Connect not hitting, but I'm not worried about him. He's a rookie. He's a shooter, so he'll come around. And Christie, he was just okay. No real nothing really.
That young man. He looked better last year. Last year you were like, why is this kid not playing more? This year you're like, why
Yeah.
is that kid playing at all?
Sometimes when you get that contract,
Yeah,
it puts that pressure on you and you try to do a little bit too much instead of just staying in your lane.
was
But
was last year the first year of Reeves' contract?
last year, yeah,
So that is it. That was it for him too, because
yeah,
this was his worst year last year to me. Um,
yeah,
he regressed last year,
yeah,
but now he's that dude. He hit
he's
his
that
first
dude.
four threes.
Oh my God, he is so efficient.
Yes,
Every time he puts that ball up, I think it's going in
yeah,
because he takes smart shots. He doesn't take bad shots too often unless he gets in the lane and gets crazy. But most times he takes timely threes. He's never in a rush, and he's very efficient when he plays. And he's been our third, second or third best player all season. So I'm happy with him. Our big three, those big three, I'm happy with. It's some of the others that we got to get more consistent. That we know, Rui, we need 12 to 15 points out of you every game if you're going to play 30 minutes.
I want 20 out of Rui, but I'm not going to get it with LeBron dominating the ball.
No, you're not going to get that out of Rui. I don't think he's a 20 point scorer, period. But if I could get
He's
15,
got 25 for us before.
I know, but that was like one game. I'm talking about over the season. I
Hmm.
need at least 15 to 17 average.
Yeah.
Some games he's going to get you 25
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever, but I just don't think that's him. But if I could get 15, I know I'm getting 15 to 17 and getting like 8 to 10 rebounds out of him every game, 30 minutes, 32 minutes, whatever he plays. I need to know that I can get that out of Rui every night, no matter what the game is. I don't care what's going on. He's going to get his 15 to 17 points. And I haven't seen that in the last 4 games. He missed one, but he's been averaging like 8 points and 4 and 5 rebounds.
Yeah. It's not. But when he's again hit the first two shots, he'll
Yeah.
touch the ball for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. He just
That's hard.
doesn't
That's
he
hard.
doesn't avail himself to get passes. He kind of stays around. But early he was cutting to the basket. He was
Baseline
doing some
cuts
things.
is Rui used to get money off of that.
I
He
know
was
what
just
happened.
like Eric Gordon kills on that.
I
And I
know.
was
I don't
like,
know what
Rui,
happened to him after the first 3 games. He kind
don't
of
know.
just
I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to get back to cutting and moving, and because he was getting dunks under there, he
Mhm.
was just moving all the time. Now he seems to be standing still a little bit more. So I think he just needs to be more active. Because when you're active out there, the ball finds you. Whether it's an offensive rebound, whether it's whatever, they find you if you're around being active. But if you're standing around the 3 point line and kind of like waiting,
But that's your job when uh, Brown wants to put his butt on somebody and back him down. That's your job is to stay.
that's his job then. But when Bron's at the top of the key or D'Lo or something, he needs to be moving. When the ball goes into AD, he needs to be cutting. AD have a pass. They be 2 and 3 people on AD down low, and he needs to be cutting down there to get the ball. I just think he has to be more active because when you're active and you're moving, the ball finds you. But when you're standing around in one place, the ball's not going to find you unless somebody kicks it out to you. But he's got to be more active. We need him to be more active and kind of be that, not the garbage guy, but we need him around the basket. We need him moving a little. I just think he needs to be a little bit more active on offense. And hopefully JJ is telling him that, man, we need you moving around. Move the defense, man.
Ball movement, player movement, and once
Yeah.
again, I'm gonna say that we got to watch Bron with pounding the ball. That's
But LeBron's been pounding the ball ever since Bron started. I'm telling you,
more so
players
since
have to learn how to play with him, and AR has figured it out. Rui has to figure it out. Rui, you got to figure it out because if you play with stars in this league, they pound the ball. I don't know one star that doesn't pound the ball, and you have to learn how to play with them. AR has learned how to play. Rui, I thought he had learned how to play early, but he seems like he's reverted back to just kind of being standing around.
Luka pounds the ball. Kyrie Irving does not.
No, Luka pounds the ball, but Luka is a because Kyrie Irving is not that. He's not a real point guard. Kyrie Irving is a short scoring guard
Mm-hmm.
that just happens to be short, but he's really a scorer. He's not looking to. Sometimes he'll do good passes, but he's really not looking to pass the ball. Luka has to set up that offense. That offense is built around him.
It's true.
Just the way it goes. They got a bunch of guys that rebound the ball, and they got some shooters.
I think Bron was a better offensive player when he was younger, and I don't think he was pounding as much as he does now. I think this is as he's gotten older, he's
Yeah.
kind of breathing.
And the Lakers have needed it because we don't have a real point guard. We haven't had I think if we had had a real point guard that he respect like a Dame or a
Like
real point
Alonzo
guard.
Ball.
Yeah, but he didn't make it.
He played well with Lonzo Ball.
I know. But Lonzo just didn't make it. We need another guy like that. We just haven't been able to find him.
Yeah, I'm sure Lonzo will be available, but I'm sure we would make that move.
Yeah, because he's out again with something.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
I meant to
I
check
don't
up
know
on
if it was a hamstring or something that he's out a little while for. So he's hoping that he comes back, but he's out again. So
Was
Well, he
Rivers
ain't played in 2 years.
was Rivers coaching last night? I don't remember seeing his picture on screen at all.
I don't know. Well, they got killed last night by the Knicks.
Oh no, Rivers not there no more. That's right. I saw Nick Nurse all night long. Rivers is in Philly, Milwaukee. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They're like 1-7, 2-7, something like
they're
that.
horrible. Yeah, they're
Uh,
horrible this year.
and the
Middleton is hurt. He's
is
always,
back.
he's been hurt since they won the championship.
I thought I saw him playing in a highlight play reel.
No, he's come back.
Either he came back or he got hurt in the last game.
Oh, okay, yeah, because he's been out all season.
Yeah, he's been okay, so he's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I saw him playing, and while I was watching him, I was thinking, I would do Vando for Middleton. I would do
No,
that.
I'm not doing Middleton. Middleton's damaged goods
No,
now.
not Middleton. I'm sorry. When we talking about Middleton, I'm thinking about Bobby Portis.
Oh, well, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I take him all day.
Portis has some kind of foot
Oh,
problem, and I think he's back. But yeah, I love his energy, and that's what we're missing off the bench is that
oh
every
my God. I love him. And he's developed that 3-point shot.
he's not even dangerous. Like he used to feel like this dude's gonna smack somebody. This is
Right,
the Run Artest type risk.
right.
But he has contained it. He has channeled it, and he is just
Yes. He's become a
forceful.
really good player.
Oh man, I love his
Oh,
game.
man, I would take him all day long. He's the perfect. Yeah, and I remember when he played for the Bulls, and he was talented, but he just couldn't get it together. And he went to Milwaukee for cheap,
Hmm.
and they believed in him. He played 2 years, I think, for cheap. They won the chip, and then they rewarded him with the bigger contract. But man, he developed over that time that three, and he's dangerous at the 3 point. It's not just he's shooting a 3 pointer. No, he's dangerous at the 3 point line.
Hmm.
Yeah,
He's
he
become
really
more
has turned
valuable.
himself.
He's become more valuable to that team than Middleton.
Oh, for sure. And Middleton is damaged goods. I don't think he's ever going to be that same player anymore.
Not even
So
since the championship.
no, since he got hurt since the championship, he hasn't been the same.
He's never been the same.
And
Yeah.
they've invested in him big time where they can't really get a whole bunch of other people, you know.
Should
So
we? I heard we might look at Lopez. That doesn't feel too bad to me. Lopez and AD together.
for whom?
I don't know about that. I'm just saying, how do you feel about Lopez as a
I would
player?
love that because I think Lopez, since he left the Lakers, he's developed his game where he can go outside.
Yep.
When he played for us, he was still that back to the basket guy. Now he's developed that whole 3 point shot.
He started working on three, but we got him from I don't think it was Brooklyn, it was Jersey at the time. And
Hmm.
he was their number one option.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah, he was.
yeah, and so seeing him adapt his game to
Mm-hmm.
I mean I like it.
Yep.
He's a smart
He would
player.
be perfect. And he wanted to stay here back then. I heard he really, because he's from here. He wanted to stay here, and the Lakers didn't pay him or whatever it was. But he's developed. I mean, he's even a shot blocker. I don't remember him being a real. His brother was more of a defensive player than he was back then. But he's become blocking shots and shooting a three, and in his older years, I mean, he's really big, and he would be perfect against AD. What I
He's
would,
he's wearing
perfect,
down. You're only gonna get a year or two out of him, but
which is fine.
yeah, just give me a chip and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because he's that guy. I mean, he can score you 20, 25 if you need him to. And so I would love to have him, but I don't know what we would have to give up for him. I don't think they would take D'Lo. That's our biggest contract, pretty much.
Mhm.
But they're
It
reeling,
would,
so they may
it would have to
they may
involve
because
Rui.
they're reeling.
It would have to involve Rui, which I do it. The way he's playing, I love Rui, but the way he's playing, it just doesn't feel like he better figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah, he doesn't feel it. Did you hear
Later
about the
on,
rumor?
something's gonna happen.
Did you hear about the rumor? Walker Kessler out of Utah and Jordan Clarkson and for and two picks
Yeah.
for
No, we give up the
um
picks.
yeah, we give up the 2 picks and D'Lo and Hood Shafino.
Were it not for the picks, I would do it. I wouldn't give up two picks for
Me
Kessler.
either.
And Clarkson is kind of garbage at this point.
No, he's a good scorer off the bench now. I ain't saying
Anymore,
he's
that
garbage.
man is shooting like 23%.
But
He's
I think he shoots
eight,
better with better
something
players.
that range, huh?
I think he shoots better with better players. They just have a lot of garbage on that team.
Don't like
But
that that thinking. I think no, he's the man in Utah, so he should be able to shoot whenever he wants and however he wants, and he's still not making them.
and sometimes that's not good.
Yeah,
Sometimes when you're more structured and you're getting shots, you're more diligent. You're paying more attention when you know you're only getting like 8 shots a game
it's
compared to just going wild.
you gonna put him off the bench, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather have Colin Saxon. If I'm giving up D'Lo,
Same,
I need Colin. I need a point. I need somebody that can play the point. I don't need another scorer.
and a guy who can
Um,
start.
yeah, he
Um,
could start. I'd rather them take Vincent. Well, I guess Vincent could still come off the bench. Vincent has just got to get it going. He's
he's
just got to get it going. I don't know what it is. He came. He got 2 points again in like 28 minutes.
the nice thing about Vincent is that $11 million contract,
It's
can give
tradable.
us,
Yeah. Maybe we trade him back to Miami.
no, they're not taking him. You mentioned the Lopez brothers. I've been paying attention to the Wagner brothers in Orlando.
Yes. In
Both of them
Orlando,
boys are balling out.
remember we had Mo.
We had Mo, but his brother is the better
Oh,
player.
the brother's the star,
Yeah,
big time.
but Mo has been, I'm sure when they get home, he's like, "Look, man, I'm shooting a higher percentage. I'm getting just as many rebounds. I'm getting just
Right,
as many steals, and I'm only playing half the time. So what does that say about you?
right.
Imagine
His
they.
game has developed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's developed.
So watch out for them. Watch
I
out for
know.
them.
I wouldn't mind him as a backup center.
I wouldn't mind him either, but he's small.
Yeah, I like Jackson Hayes. I'm gonna stay with Jack. We just need one more, a bigger guy. But I like Jackson Hayes, his role, the way he's playing. He brings energy, and I think it's like I said, it's gonna be more effective with D'Lo in there, getting more looks, more touches, and I'm fine with him. It's just our other bench players that have to come around. And Vincent is the main one for me. Christie, I think, is gonna just with more time. Hopefully, he just continues to develop and more comfortable.
If I'm not,
Connect He's going to hit shots eventually. Some nights he's not going to hit shots. Some nights he is. He's a rookie. He's learning.
yep,
But Vincent is the guy.
Vincent's going to get traded before the trade deadline because he's got
You think
enough
so?
money to match whatever we're trying to get back. So he's gone. We can stop worrying about him. We should stop playing him too. Um,
Yeah.
what was I going to say? Oh well. Anyway, here comes Toronto, and
Right.
we gotta
They
we
had
can't take it
what?
like an easy game. We gotta
No.
realize that they really worked us last time, and we got.
Right. We can't let RJ and that kid, what Grady Dick or whatever. No, that was on Cleveland.
No, Grady Dick is in Toronto.
In Toronto, between him and RJ Barrett, they killed us.
Hmm.
Do they have any of their guys coming back? The three, like I
I
think
don't think
Barnes
so.
is not ready to come back, but they had three key Quigley and somebody else. Their key players were out, but I don't know if any of them coming back. But they played tough on us that second half,
Hmm.
so
We
we can't be lackadaisical.
we know what to expect now, energy wise. So
Yeah, and they said JJ done broke more clipboards on that road trip,
mhm.
so he's not happy at times. So I'm liking it. I'm liking the way I feel like he's in kind of in control of the team, and so I'm liking it so far, and he's not scared to make changes when changes need to be made. And so we'll see.
I know what I was gonna say.
But
Christie, I think he's developed a hitch in his shot. His shot used to be
has
smooth.
he?
It
I am
used to be
paying attention.
smooth, but there's something strange going on with his shot. So I'm gonna start paying more attention to the development coaches.
Yes. See what's
That's
going
what we were
on.
supposed to be building under JJ. We were supposed to be, building a basketball academy.
Yeah,
And
so we'll see.
I've seen no development in these players in these 9 games. I'm missing it. Okay, Laker
All
fans,
right.
that was Purple Blood Lakers podcast for Laker fans by Laker fans, featuring Donna Wright, who's always right. Let's go, Lakers, and get another win.
Yes, another win. A must win.